here with Deputy Chief Rush and Lieutenant McCain of the Dolton Fire Department. This past week was National Fire Prevention Week. However, every day is Fire Prevention Day. So let's talk a little bit about the things that the community needs to be aware of and how we can all work together to prevent fires and promote safety in Dolton.
Okay. Well, first of all, it is the fire department's job to make every citizen safe from fire. Lives and property, in that order, okay? But we want to make sure everyone has a working smoke detector.
Okay.
We want to make sure they have a working carbon monoxide detector. And we want them to practice fire prevention every day, as you said. Every day. An escape plan. In the event that something happens in their home, they have to get out. And have a meeting place as well, to make sure that everyone who lives in the home or who's visiting the home should be out of the home, so they can have a head count, so to speak. So.
That's good to be mindful at home, because a lot of times I know when you go to jobs or with employers and at your company, there's always an exit plan and things in case of emergency.
It's like a fire drill for the home. That's exactly what it is.
And do you recommend that households and families conduct fire drills from time to time?
Absolutely, not just talk about it, be about it, do it, you know. The home across the street, we're going to meet there in case something happens. Where's Joey? Where's Mom? Where's Grandma? Those type things, you know, make sure everybody knows. And if you have like a special needs person, make sure that person is taken care of.
All right. Now, Lieutenant McCain.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have some other insights? I know there's some new technology and some equipment that you've been using on the trucks. You'd like to share a little bit about that?
Absolutely. The two devices I'm going to share with you guys as well as the public. One is our thermal imaging camera, which will help us in the event that we respond to an emergency incident of fire in your house. It helps us see through the smoke. It picks up the heat sensors, and it helps us find where the fire is, or more importantly, if there's a subject still trapped in the house. And also in regards to dovetail what Deputy Chief Rush talked about, the 4-gas meter, the CO calls, that's just as important to have the smoke detectors have the combination with the carbon monoxide alarm. So I'm going to get those two devices for you guys in one moment.
All right, thanks, Lieutenant McCain. And this is good information, like as we said, even though National Fire Prevention Week was last week, there's still things that we should be mindful of on a daily basis.
Yes, like not overloading your power cords.
Okay.
That's a big one right there. That is a big one.
And I heard that surge protectors.
The surge protectors,
yeah, surge protectors are best to use. Is that correct?
It's true, but don't even overload those.
Okay. So don't have like everything plugged in and it's all full and you can't figure out which cord is where. You're speaking to me. I've done that before.
I think we all have. And that's why we have these thermal imaging cameras. So that way it picks up the heat sensor. And as you can see right here, you can see your partner in crime right there. You can pick up his heat sensor. So it's that light in color. It shows a temperature gauge at the bottom. As we get closer, it'll get to 98 degrees, which is your core body temperature, 98.6. So it's pretty spot on, and it allows us to search the premises in super smoky and heated conditions. So it allows us to see where the fire is or if there's a subject trapped in your house. So it's a great tool that we have. We've been blessed to get these equipment. They're very hefty price, but we're blessed to have a couple of these in each of our rigs. So it's a very handy tool for us.
Thermal imaging camera.
Yep, thermal imaging camera.
Okay.
Sir. And then right here we have our 4-gas meter. This is very important for any gas leak call or any carbon monoxide call that we go to. So it allows us to see how much oxygen, 21%, that's your normal oxygen levels with outside in the air right now, which is showing. Your LEL percent, a lower explosive limit, shows the how much gas mixture with air. So if you're having natural gas, the flammability levels, it gives us an idea of if we have to evacuate the area or if the mixture is okay for us to mitigate it without having to evacuate the residents. The CO, carbon monoxide, it gives us the levels, and a lot of times, especially now after COVID hit, we have a lot of carbon monoxide calls because more people are cooking at home instead of going out. Usually we see it around the holidays during Thanksgiving and Christmas when folks are having the big dinners and they're cooking for long periods of time. But we're getting more and more now since people are at home now cooking more than they ever had before. And then last but not least, hydrogen sulfide levels, which is another dangerous mix there, and it allows us to see what those levels are in the event of any of the after gases from a fire scene. So we got a lot of these great tools here that help us meet the demands of the community, helps us mitigate, helps protect you guys, and that's what we're here for.
Well, thank you, Lieutenant McCain and Deputy Chief Rush. It's good to know that our Dolton Fire Department is equipped with technology and expertise in the time of need, but make sure when you're at home, you follow these fire safety prevention tips to take care of yourself and your families in your households.
And if I might add, if there's any questions for the residents, please call me, Deputy Chief Rush, at 708-201-3251. That's 708-201-3251 with any questions you may have. And thank you all for letting us serve you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Absolutely, and on behalf of Mayor Rogers and the Board of Trustees, as well as Chief Dyer, we'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak in front of us. And like Deputy Chief Rush said, call us with anything. We're here to serve the public.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.